can see we're still having tea.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Craft Tea episode 13, right?
Yeah.
13, lucky number 13. So we have a different episode. We actually have our first in-person guests. The Misfit Makers are here with us. We're very excited. Jess and Geri. You say hi, guys.
Hi. It is not Friday the 13th.
Yeah. So I was just going to start with probably eating some of my Chick-fil-A and then asking you guys really where you started. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I like to start with this stuff. So I guess we'll start with you, Geri, first.
No, it's time to eat your Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to ask the questions and I'm going to eat while you guys answer. So why did you start crafting? What made you want to make tumblers or crafts or anything in general? And then we'll move to Jess after that.
Well, actually, my husband got me a vinyl cutting machine, and he's like, why don't you start making stickers for my son was starting to junior drag racing. So I was like, okay, fine. And then I posted something. I asked a question in a vinyl cutting group, and somebody posted their cup, a glittered cup, and I was like, you can do that? So, of course, I read the whole internet about how to make cups, and at that point, was it like 3-4 years ago?
What year is this that you're talking about?
Maybe 2019, 18.
Sounds on par.
And don't feel like you have to pander to the camera. You don't.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where the camera was.
No, you're good.
Oh, yes, the cameras are out.
Yeah, you're
like,
good.
Where's the camera?
Yeah, you're good. We're just talking.
Okay.
Cut.
But what was it? Oh, yeah. So I didn't know you could do this. So I researched everything all night about it. And then back then, there wasn't a lot of crafters sharing anything. Everybody
What year?
Everybody was so protective over it. So there was like one crafter on YouTube, and I basically bought everything she told me, including the not safe epoxy. So,
remember who?
I told my husband I want to do this, and he's kind of like goes all out. So he bought everything for me, made me my turners, and I just started tinkering with it, and I found Tumbler hacks. I looked it up on Facebook, and that was the one that popped up, and that's where I got all my knowledge from. Whoever was sharing, I would just do it. And when I made my first cup, I posted it in Tumbler hacks, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, show us how to make it!" And I'm like, "I've been making tumblers for like 35 seconds, but I'll go live." Because at that point, I think it was like during COVID was just about to hit.
Oh,
so
early 2020.
yeah, so I went live like 3 weeks into making cups, and everybody loved it, and I just kind of got like everybody was on Facebook all the time.
Yeah.
So I mean, I had like 100 viewers at one point
more.
at 2:00 in the morning
Yes.
crafting, and so that was a lot of fun. So I learned a lot from Tumbler hacks, them just teaching me what not to do and teaching me what to do, and that's kind of how I started. And then go ahead.
And then us.
Well, then
I don't want to ruin.
I know.
don't ruin the story. That's how I began,
Okay.
and then it kind of just went off. So
How did you get started?
So, like, very similar. So I think it was 2015. My two girlfriends bought me a silhouette for my birthday, and she used the silhouette because I didn't know either. I was like, do I silhouette, crooked, what's better?
Always.
I agree. But she had a silhouette, so they got me a silhouette, and I started like monogramming everything. And when I say everything, like Nick's underwear, I'd put a monogram on it, like whatever. And I did a lot of HTV back then, like shirts But one thing I really liked making was glittered wine glasses, and I would put a monogram or a name on the wine glass.
But not monogram stuff.
Use like chunky Hobby Lobby glitter to glitter the stem, and then seal it with clear spray sealer. And I sold so many, like hundreds of those, tons.
Yeah.
And then same thing, like I saw somebody, it was actually my girlfriend Lydia, she was making the glittered tumblers, and I was like, can you show me how to do this? And so I flew out to Arizona.
Oh.
This was like probably 2017, I think, and she showed me how to make like my very first one. And so the rest, like, it just went downhill. Like, I guess uphill. But like I fell into a hole. I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. And I still have my very first tumbler I ever made.
I love that you still have it.
And it's not even epoxy, because at the time I was so afraid of, I was using Alumilite epoxy from Hobby Lobby.
It was like the only option.
It was the only option.
That or permanent, right, babe?
I didn't know how to like mix it properly, and I was like, I can't mess up this cup, it's so beautiful. So it's still sitting on my shelf because it's just, a memory. But then I found Tumbler hacks, and it's very similar. Like one day, I don't even know what made me want to go live. I think it was because same thing, like not a lot of people were willing to help you back then. And I was like, let me just go live, make friends, show people what I'm doing. I went live making a pencil tumbler. I never have made a pencil tumbler before. And I was like, we're going to do this.
Did
and
you make it upside down?
I made it upside down.
You can't make it upside down.
Okay, well, I thought it was upside down. But
Which way was the lead on? Which way was the lead?
The lead was at the top.
So you made it correct.
That's Sarah's way.
But then your
No.
pencil would be upside down.
Not
But
with
was
the
it those
OG
Crown Cup back then?
lids.
It probably was.
It was like a 30-ounce old school.
Because those lids are
The old
black
lids
and
used
it
to be
blends.
smoked.
Oh, that
I
makes
guess
sense.
so.
Yeah.
It used to look weird actually with a smoked lid if you had the lead at the
on
bottom.
the other side.
true.
That is true. That is true.
There's no wrong way to make a pencil. Keep
That's
That is
true.
true. But I went live in Tumblr hacks and same thing. I was in my husband's clothes,
Yeah.
no makeup, hair in the bun, just didn't care. Just let's go live.
Kids interrupting.
Right, and we would have hundreds of people on our lives, and they were so thankful. They were like, "Oh my gosh, thank you!" Like even though I was messing up and I really didn't know, like I wasn't a professional. I'm still not a professional, but I didn't have the knowledge that I have now. People were just willing to like be there and be nice, and I think that's what a lot of people were looking for. And
They
again,
love that we were just giving all this information
That was
because
why Sarah made Tumblr hacks.
everybody was so
'cause no one was doing
protective.
that stuff.
yes,
Google it.
Google it. Just Google it. You know,
Do your research.
Who do your
Do
research?
your research.
Yep. So I started going live like almost every night, you know, for hours, like where I would have to end my live and start
Oh,
a
that's
new
when
live.
that's
like,
when Facebook would only let you go live for what,
Yes.
like 3 hours or
yes.
something.
And Tumblr Hacks was the only group I was in at the time. I think that was like one of
The only one.
yeah, the only
It was
big.
one of the bigger ones.
Yeah.
Yes, and yeah, I loved it.
The other option was the Tumblrs After Dark, but they would
Oh,
bully
yes.
you there. So
that one was like
yes. I wouldn't know. I accidentally went live in Tumblr After Dark instead of Tumblr Hacks, and I immediately got off because
She's like, nope.
people were talking about like my teeth, were talking
Yes.
about like my hair, like just things that weren't pertinent to what I was doing. I was like, never again. It was
Yes.
Maybe because the admins always liked me, and a lot of TGG customers are in there, which is another reason why I'm surprised that a lot of people are rude. No one touches the glitter guys too much in there, like in the negative. But I have seen some bullying, but I just never looked at that as a bully group back then, or even now.
Yeah,
I mean,
they were
I
not.
haven't gone live since
Wow.
that day that I was
I wouldn't
mistaken.
either.
But yeah, I would go live like every day, and at the time I was making custom tumblers at this time, and I was sitting at like 150 orders at a time. So
Good for you.
I was going live every single night, working on custom orders, and that's kind of how I grew my following to, you know, part of it to where it
Basically,
is
yeah.
now. And then we met. Do you want us to go on to that part?
Yeah. How did that happen?
Do that.
Well, we were both going live a lot,
I'll get
so
tissues if you want to cry.
no, my lashes are on. They have to last all day. No, we were going live, like Jess said, every night, and so people like we were the main people that were going live. Deanna would go live a lot too around that time.
I think you and I were like the first two
people that
to-
were constant, like every day, because
Yes.
we both had big, like lots of orders, so we were working and just chilling, you know. And so I would go live and people would hop on and be like, "Oh my gosh, Jess is live too. Why don't you guys go live together? I want to watch both of y'all." And we're like, we didn't know each other
At
People
all.
kept on saying that,
They
and sometimes
signed you guys to be friends.
I guess
Basically.
But I would literally go on Tumblr Hacks and check who was live because I didn't want to be that person that like went live when Jess was live or when Deanna was.
Yeah.
You guys did that.
If I didn't notice, then that was fine. But if I knew that they were live, I wouldn't purposely go on live too. And so, but one day I went live and just hopped on like typing
hi.
say hi, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, you guys should go live together. Should go live together." They're basically bullying us to go live.
Yes.
So Jess hopped on. I added her. It was super
It was
awkward.
so awkward. Like, just think about two people meeting.
Do not know each other.
We've never had a conversation, never talked, and I'm like, hey.
So it was so awkward. But we were live till like 2:00 in the morning, maybe,
Yes, yeah.
with like 200 people because I had my following, her following, and new people that were seeing, you know.
Yes.
That we were live, and then after we got off that live, we messaged each other, and we're like, "That was weird,"
That was
but
so weird.
that was
and
fun.
since that day, we have talked
Probably every day.
single day.
You guys are
after
very
that.
close.
Very close.
Does Facebook archive the lives?
You
Yeah,
went
we-
back.
she
I
found
went
her-
back, and I'm not gonna lie, I did delete a couple of them because I looked.
But does that one exist?
It
The
should.
very
Yeah,
first one?
I think you just took
My
screenshots
lives
of
for
it.
did.
me packing orders still exist.
They do. They're there.
Yeah, you
they're
go
there.
back and
They only
see.
just delete them now. Like now you get the option to save it for 30 days or save it forever.
Saying we might be able to dig it up And-
Yeah, we probably
and-
could. I mean,
Chris might be
Before
able
we
to put it
get
in
on
here.
to like how we met, should we talk about getting kicked out of Hacks?
Sure.
We're gonna have to. All right. So, was that the end of your story?
I mean,
That was at the end.
That's
yeah,
how
and
it
then that's, like,
that
right-
had started.
I didn't wanna cut you
No,
guys.
no,
You're
that's
fine.
how it started. I mean, we just talked every day, and then we occasionally went live together again. And then, or sometimes she would start a live. She'd be live for a few hours, and then I would hop on with her, or the other way. Or we're like, "Are you going
Yes.
live tonight? Are you going live?" So it was motivating because for me, having somebody that was kind of had the same workload, and plus she has 4 kids. I have 3 kids, juggling work, life, husbands. So we all like it was just
We
like
understood each other,
It
you
was
know?
COVID, right?
It was
You
it
guys
was
were home.
our kids
Yes.
were home and we had hundreds of orders, and then Christmas came around. So it was good. It was companionship.
Yes.
And I was like,
You guys are giving
And then
me
we'll have to
chills.
tell you about the first time we met.
and then she was like, how many orders you have? How many orders you
Yes.
have? What are you going to get done today? What are you going to get done today? You need to spray paint those today. If you want to get that out, you have to do that now. And
Yeah,
so,
that's nice.
I hear it in Jess's voice. I see her little face popping up. Did you do the vinyl yet?
yeah,
Did
did you
I
divide
do
it?
this?
Yeah, so it was good. It's good to have somebody that's in the same boat, and we're both keeping each other motivated at 2:00 in the morning
Yes.
because
You guys
So.
are perfect for each other.
no.
Let's talk about it.
You want to talk about it?
When,
Dun dun dun.
We'll come back
this
and
is
tell
how
our
far
story.
out of the situation that I am.
I'm like sweating now.
when
man.
did you get kicked out of Tumblr X?
Which
Okay,
time?
so I was gonna say there was multiple times, but I think the first big time was when I posted the famous duck
But
cup.
what like month year was it?
That was June 2000. That was at 4:13 a.m. on June 20. No, I think it was like the second week of June because it was right before I
was it
went.
2020?
It was 2021.
Yeah.
It was right before I went on vacation. I made the famous duck tumbler that everybody knows. I had Mighty Mama create this decal for me, and I made this, cute little cup. You guys have seen it, the power wash cup with the duck, topper. And so I posted it, and you guys know it went viral. Like it went
Yes.
crazy. And then
It was everywhere.
it was everywhere. And then Hacks, I think there was like 400 comments.
Oh, more
or
than that,
Yeah,
yeah.
something crazy. And all of a sudden it was, I'm on vacation now. It was like 2 days later. I noticed like comments were turned off on my posts. And I was trying to go back and then like reply to people. And I couldn't. And I'm like, okay. And then it was like the following day I noticed the post was gone. And I was like, that's weird. Didn't think too much of it. And then I went to post it again. And my post was declined. And then I was booted from the group. So I'm like, what the? And I told her, and I'm like, what the heck?
And we went back to look at your comments to see if there's. I mean, you didn't
Nothing
at
was-
that point. You didn't have a YouTube channel. You didn't have
Nothing,
anything
yes.
but your personal business. Was like you're not promoting.
So I ended up messaging an admin, and I can't remember like exactly. I don't know which admin I messaged, but I was like, what's going on?
No, I'm gonna
like,
ask.
what? Right? I'm like, what's going on? Like, she said something like self promotion, and I'm like,
There was
no self promotion on this post. Like, I just reposted it again, and it got declined. And then, so she ended up adding me back to the group, and then it was the same thing happened. One of my cups, it was the lemonade topper.
Mm-hmm.
I posted the cute little mason jars with the ice and the lemon topper, and that, of course, went viral, went crazy. Same thing. Comments got turned off, then my post got deleted, and then I got kicked. So I reached out again, and I think that was when I ended up reaching out to you, and I was, I don't think I was mean. I was just like,
No.
what the heck is going on? Like, what did I do? Why am I getting kicked out of the group?
And I was
What could I do?
I was embarrassed at the time because I'm like, one, I'd been commenting on this girl Jessica's post in all these groups how cool this cup is because it's got ducks on it, so that makes sense with me. Plus, it was a really cool cup. So I'm like commenting all over the place, like, your cup's great, your cup's great. Here, you're getting kicked out of my group that I own, and I look like an ass. That's what I always said that to I'm like, I look like an idiot because I'm commenting all over the place with this, and then she's also getting kicked out, which it's still to this day not clear why, but
It just seemed like anytime I had a post that went a little viral, it immediately
But
it
that
just
was
got deleted,
The big problem is that was everyone that year.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Because we kept I would get my comments turned off, but I didn't think
Yes.
anything of it, or Deanna's would too. Like a lot of them that got lots of
Deanna,
popularity.
I still feel so terrible for that one too. And it's so no one ever got to see what it was like on my end going through 2020 and 2021. One, owning a business, and two, owning a business with your husband. You guys, one, you can't go outside anywhere.
Yeah.
Because it's COVID. And then you guys work together all day, and
What you got?
Do you have a fork?
Do I have a fork?
I just want to
Cut.
Interruptions.
Jen.
I was trying to do it all slide.
You're good.
That was very sly.
Thank you.
So we're working together. We're doing all this other
Can
stuff.
you grab me a
so-
seltzer out of the mini fridge?
Cut.
And me and Patty's
I said
desks
it's
were right
casual.
next to each other. Patty would be more into the Tumblr Hacks admin group than I was. I kind of just I needed to pull some things off my plate.
Yeah.
Tumblr Hacks was the easiest thing to pull off my plate because I'd already been sucking as an admin, terrible. I just abandoned it and let everyone else handle it. So Patty would tell me what's happening. And back when I actually started paying attention, some of the names that were coming up were familiar to Patty telling me things. And I'm just I don't know what you want me to do about that. And literally just cut that out. I could not put another thing on my plate.
The sad thing is that, sorry.
No, go ahead.
But the sad thing is that, I hate this for you because a lot of people just thought it was you.
Yes.
Because
They don't
Yes.
see the admin. I mean, they know the admin team, but you're the face of it. So automatically something happens, it's associated.
You should not just abandon a group of that size, and if you are, at least say something. I could have put a post that I was stepping away, but I never wanted to step away.
Right.
I was always coming back. I was always trying to pay attention. Today's gonna be my day to pay attention. You guys know me
Yeah.
well by now. You know how that is with me. So it was never I wanted to get rid of it or I wanted to stop adminning it. I just wanted to stop being responsible for.
It was just a lot, yeah.
My brain's gonna explode.
But
I
people
should
always
never-
want to have a person, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
were the person.
And I don't
Huge regret of mine was letting all that
But
stuff go. And
I didn't
not-
ever blame you though. I
Yeah.
told you in Mexico, you're I'm so sorry. I'm
It wasn't.
listen, the glitter, I loved the glitter guy. That was my glitter of choice. I had one of every single glitter. I remember the birthday bash when you guys had that huge sale and it went, I think I spent $600 that day. It was ridiculous.
You
but
probably got $50,000 worth of glitter.
it was crazy. But I loved the glitter guy, and it was just a place, Tumblr Hacks was just a place to post. Was it aggravating? Yeah, I got aggravated, but I never in the back of my mind was oh my gosh, I hate Sarah. How could she be,
I think for us though, we get the background, we get the background of how it all works, but
Yes.
people that are just crafters that are just there to get, I didn't mean that in a bad way.
No,
We're
it's
just
good.
crafters.
We
You're
get
good.
it and they don't.
Uh-huh.
No, but you know what I mean?
I know what you
Everybody
mean.
else in the crafting world needed somebody to blame, and
Yes.
it was Sarah.
Yes.
We understood that it takes a team.
Yes.
There's no way one person can do everything and make all the
I was gonna
mistakes and
say,
do everything.
if you're not a very understanding person in general, that's with
Yeah.
anything, I know it's not your fault because I could barely manage my house, my
and
kids,
we
my
know
husband,
what
and my
you
business.
are doing. You have.
At
Yes.
the time, we had 16 employees. Can you imagine what it's like herding 16 cats?
No.
Yes. No.
It was, and we had
During-
no idea how to do that.
During the
either.
busiest time.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
We had
it's-
no idea how to. I can't tell you guys know. I can't tell someone what to do directly, and when I do, you're only going to get it from me once. If I got to ask you to do it twice, I'm just going to do it myself because I'd literally rather do that than ask you.
Ask
twice.
you again, yeah.
So now I got 16 employees that are just running around not doing anything. I'm doing it all.
Yeah.
Not all of them were not doing anything, but it was day to day. Every day was
Right.
different. This day, this one's not having it. This way, this one's not having it. It was a lot. I hated it.
Well,
But I think
we loved you.
we
and
love-
it was
yeah,
nothing
we- it
against-
was
I let it
nothing
get to me
personal.
Way too much. I let it throw me into this funk.
Yeah.
Which
And
obviously we're out of now.
I told you just yesterday, I think, was now that I feel like you've been going live more and you've been doing crafty and doing YouTube, I think people see the real Sarah.
The 2019
And
Sarah.
plus all the people that you are connected with now, we talk about you, Nikki
Yes.
talks about you, so, a lot of people talk about you, so they see you as a person instead of she's just the glitter guy. That's
I
not.
used to be seen as a person until I decided that I'm not going to be going live anymore. I'm not going to do that. I was also getting heavily bullied online too, and I wasn't telling anybody.
Aw.
They were smaller groups and stuff. So I knew if I just ignored it, it would finally go away. And no, I did not believe that at the time because it was not going away, but they did
Right.
eventually.
But I think
just ignored
that's
them
changing though. That's
Yeah.
changing. I think you, like I said, you going live and doing all that. People are seeing the real you, and so we've always seen it. But I'm sure, everybody else, they just have to have somebody to blame. Just like any other drama in the craft world, they have somebody.
Yes.
They're the person who
I
screwed
just
it
can't
up.
believe I ignored it so hard that I didn't see any of this stuff happening. I literally just, and I wasn't going around a lot of other groups, I guess, either, because I wasn't seeing things either.
There wasn't a lot of groups to go around at the time. And
No,
that's
there
it,
wasn't.
And there wasn't TikTok that just blows everything out of proportion.
Yeah.
God, for me, there was no TikTok.
Should we talk about
Yeah.
our first time meeting?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
So fast forward now, after we got bullied to going live together.
We got bullied.
Bullied into being best friends.
Bullied into being best friends, which was the best thing ever. We were talking for like a year, and we still have never met in person. So we were like, let's go camping. Like, we'll come to Missouri. And this was like 2 weeks. Like, I kid you not, 2 weeks out, we were trying to plan this. And I'm like, Geri, like, you can't do that in 2 weeks in Missouri. Like, Missouri is known for like float trips and camping. Like, you have to book your camping trip out like 2 months in
But we
advance.
had no other time.
We had no other time. Like, our schedule was jam-packed. So
Wait, but back up. This is when we started talking a little bit about, like, we wanted to do a Patreon, a mentorship group. And we had been tossing that idea around, but we're like, well, let's do a YouTube first. But because that's the plan that we had seen people do a YouTube and then do a Patreon. And our husbands were like, if you want the Patreon, just do the damn Patreon. Yes. You don't have to do the same model.
Everybody else.
Everybody's model.
Jason would say too.
Yeah.
And so then we started talking about that, but we knew that we had to meet in person first to
Just to know,
feel the jive, the energy, because we didn't. It's not the same on the internet. Like, you don't know until you meet.
I could be whoever I want.
Exactly.
we booked this trip, right? And we found a campground 2 weeks. And I warned her. I said, Geri, this campground's not good. I'm going to warn you right now. Like, it is not good.
It was a parking lot.
It was basically a parking lot next to the river, okay? And I warned her.
With one camp ranger that looked like Duffy.
What was his name? Duffy?
No, that's the guy from the movie.
Oh.
From
Dewey?
the screen. Dewey. Duffy. Dewey. He looked like Dewey, acted like
He was
Dewey.
like, it's 10:05. It's time to turn your music down. There's like nobody. We're in a parking lot.
We're the only ones there.
Okay.
And the serial killer next door.
But we met for the first time, and our families too, like our husbands, all of our kids.
Caboodles.
Everybody.
And everybody,
jump right in.
Everybody just meshed together. So nice. It was like we've been hanging out for months. Like,
everybody worked together, and it was like super rainy, muddy, awful parking lot. We were in a parking lot, so everybody had to work together to
it was
feed
like
the
family,
kids.
though. Like, there was no, like, the kids got along. Like, we didn't have to ask one another, like, hey, will you do this? Like, we kind of,
it's like we just knew. Like, I'll take care of your kids, you take care of my kids.
It was so nice. As we were camping, we're on this float trip. She's like, you should come to Texas with me in 2 weeks. We're going on family vacation. And I'm like, maybe you should ask your husband before you invite me on a week vacation. So, they talked, and he's like, I don't care. So I packed
She said,
up.
I'm going to go, I will just stay for 2 days.
Because I felt weird. I don't want to interrupt your family vacation.
I'm like, you just drove 10 hours. You're going to stay the whole week. She stayed the whole week.
I packed the kids up. But
Jason would send me for a medical evaluation if I even uttered that.
my husband, Nick, couldn't go, but I drove to Texas with the 4 kids by myself.
In the cheese mobile.
And the mac and cheese mobile.
Hell yeah.
10 and a half hours. And I was like, I'm only going to stay like 2 days so you can still have your family time. I spent the entire week. And then we planned, while we were in Texas.
That's when we
planned. So that's when we created Misfit Makers Facebook
We
group.
opened it that day and that weekend. We were just looking to see if people were joining our group and
That
stuff.
before I even drove home, our group hit like 2,000 members.
Yeah.
And
So-
That birthday's coming up.
Yes.
In a few months. You guys are having a big bash. Too,
Yes.
Right?
we are.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
We're celebrating our second birthday for Misfit Makers, and so we are CCDIY is hosting our birthday party in Joplin, Missouri. So it's gonna be like little classes, kind of like our tour has been, and then we're gonna do.
So you guys are going to teach the class.
Yeah, we're gonna teach, I think, 3 or 4 classes, and but the difference is that we're gonna have like a select vendors. I think she said under 10, maybe
10, I think.
10.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna have people there. And it's going to be open to the public for shopping as well in Joplin. And so it's going to be birthday themed. So everybody's going to get presents. And I think Jessica's popping out of a big birthday cake.
Well, don't ruin all the surprises.
No, we talked about that in our lives. So if you guys
Yes.
are on our page, you'll see it. But so there's going to be lots of surprises. But those things you can count on. So
Yeah, we're
and
super excited.
tickets go on sale on Monday, March 1st. So
May 1st.
May 1st. So
March 1st. Is today Friday the 13th?
I don't know what day it is, okay?
May 1st,
May
but-
1st, so, and I've heard the glitter guy might be there.
They are going to be there.
I did secure a babysitter. There are some conflicting things going on in September, so I didn't book anything officially yet, but
But she'll be
Yes.
there.
She'll be there, basically.
be there.
Jason will be there.
as
The husbands will be
guests,
there.
though,
Yeah, the
not
guests.
as a vendor.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
But they-
I don't want to call all my stuff.
it's okay. It's okay. As long as
We
you're there
just
for
want you
pictures.
there, so.
Yeah. For pictures.
No, but the birthday bash will be fun. It's very similar to the tour, so as you guys know, you guys will see tomorrow.
Yeah. I can't wait for tomorrow.
I can't wait for tomorrow either. I can't wait for tonight.
Tonight.
The actual
Party.
Chill and have fun. Tomorrow you guys will be working.
It's a long day, but it's worth it.
By the time this airs, it'll be over. But
well, yeah, because it's later Monday.
We have party tonight.
Party,
I ordered a whole lot of cheesesteaks.
Oh,
So many cheesesteaks.
Cheesesteaks,
20
hoagies,
cheesesteaks.
pretzels.
yum.
You saw the tasty cakes.
Oh, yes.
I'm excited.
Me, Aubrey, and Tammy went and got them.
Yeah, hoagie tray, Primos.
Yup. Dar's cheesesteak.
Yum.
It's gonna be so good.
The tour has been amazing. Like we already said, next year, like if we do one thing, it's going to be the tour because
It's been so much fun.
it's been
has a
so
lot of
much
fun.
fun, and I just love. For one, I like the lower price option for people that can't travel to the larger conventions that are just local and they can't. They just
And
can't.
a lot of
they can't
people get
travel.
anxiety with big events like that, like,
Yes.
traveling alone, meeting a bunch of people, like all that stuff. So I feel like stuff like this where it's more
Yes,
hands-on.
we had so many people in Texas that they've never been to a larger convention, and they're like, I just wanted to get my toes wet. And while they were there in Texas,
They bought tickets.
they're like, they were buying tickets to
Yeah,
TumblerCon or
I was going to say, it's almost like building.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now they
Just-
know somebody, so they feel like, oh, I know them, or I know Sarah. She's going to be there. So if I
Yeah.
feel lonely, I know she's there.
It's a lot to meet in big groups, and again, and I'm glad that most of us are having this problem with like, what's your Facebook name though? Like,
What's your
name on Facebook?
Yes.
Like, because
They
I don't
need,
know
like-
anything other than your
They
name. and
need
your
like profile picture name
Yes.
tags, you
Yeah, and
know?
I said that too. I'm like,
'Cause
if you
those
just, like, pin
filters-
your profile picture to your
Because those
shirt,
filters be filtering, okay? And sometimes you don't know.
or sometimes it's a picture of a
the
daisy.
dog.
Yes, or cat. Like,
Yeah, I'm
I was
like,
like,
you a cat?
are you?
But once
Are
I
you
started
using that
saying
bold
that
filter?
to other people that I was having anxiety about it, they were like, me too.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're all freaking out that we're not going to know each other, but we actually do talk online, like, probably every day. Who knows? And then I'm like, just walking by, you're like, hey, and you're like, oh, so she's not going to really say hi.
Yeah, we're
No,
just.
we love
I
it.
don't know who you are.
Yeah, that's what I've loved about the tour is just like how like intimate, like you get to meet
Yes.
like, obviously where we were one of the biggest ones at TumblerCon, and it's like so big where you can't spend that much time with each person, and there's no way. And
well, you guys teach all day.
and then all the vendors too are running around busy doing stuff, so you can't meet them. And I feel like people like this weekend are gonna meet who Sarah is, Jason is, and the whole Glitter Guy crew, and they're gonna be like, they're real people,
Yes.
they're real
you guys
people.
are really close with your besties. Though.
Yeah.
We are. So we have a mentorship group, Misfit Makers Besties is what we call it. And October will be 2 years. And we're sitting right about 400 bestie members. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a handful in there that are quiet and they just love being a part of the group, but they don't really comment too much. But for the most part, like, it has been so nice, like, getting to know these people. Like, oh, so-and-so's in the hospital. Like, let me message her and check on her. Oh, so-and-so is daughter's graduating. Oh, let me, you really get to know these people. And
that's
it's
what
really
we tell
nice.
our members, like, whatever you put into it, you're going to get. Like, obviously,
Yes.
you become more active. We're going to get to know you better. And so we're going to be, you're always part of our circle. And, our thing is you can sit with us.
Everybody's welcome. You can
Everybody,
sit with
yeah.
us.
So, but obviously, if you are in my inbox all the time, sorry, I didn't get the memo, okay?
We were talking about it at dinner last night.
Thank you. They're like, we're wearing that shirt tomorrow. I said, no,
We
literally
switched-
said this today.
Whatever.
Whatever.
We're wearing it tomorrow.
Like, one of our besties, Tammy, she came here this morning to help you.
Oh, yeah,
Tammy,
she just wandered in here.
Yeah.
Tammy has been to every single tour spot. I don't even know where Tammy lives. Where does she live?
Louisiana.
Somewhere south.
Louisiana.
Yes.
But,
She
I'm
went
like,
to
I heard the twang right away. I'm like, you're not from around here at all.
She went to Daytona. She flew to Texas, and now she's here. And
She wants to go to San Diego, but she has
She's
something.
going to
Me
Gase.
too.
Oh, she's going to Gase.
She's
yeah.
going to Gase.
I was
She's going to
so
the birthday
proud of her.
bash.
She just walked in. I mean, she happened to see Crystal out front, so she had someone to walk in with. But I assumed that she might have just walked in anyway. She would have probably got lost if Crystal wasn't there. But she just wandered in, and I'm just like,
Tammy.
I know why you're here, but I don't know who you are.
I don't know why you're here this early.
Yes, well,
'Cause
I was
Jess.
like, admin? And she's like, no. I'm like, Tammy, and she's like, yeah, I only had 2 tricks up my sleeves and I regret.
I know, but
here we
it's
are.
people like that. Like
And she helped me clean up the showroom.
Yeah, like it's just you really get to know these people, and it's really fulfilling. Like it makes us when we started going live in Hacks, like that was the thing that we wanted. Like we want to go live, we want to help people, we
Want to be real.
Yes, like show our real lives. Like it's because I think that's another thing. It's hard for people to relate to somebody that goes live and is just super professional all the time and has to have a full face on and their life put together and nothing's messy, and I can't relate to that. Like my house is a mess, our kids interrupt.
And we try to.
Thank God your house is a mess.
Oh my gosh,
because you're sleeping in mine right now.
Yeah, we talked about that with other people before, and I mean, even I could tell just before we started this that you guys are still kind of stuck in the worlds that you've kind of created, in that like you were worried about how you look, you were worried about how you look, you're worried about how you look, but you just said that it's a lot more approachable when you don't worry as much about how you look, and it's just like you become almost like a product, you know what I mean, of like what you do every day. And that was the same thing with Sarah. Was I feel like she was the most approachable when she would just go live and pack orders.
Right.
She'd just throw her messy hair up or whatever. Everything's a mess around. It's chaos, and it's just like when you're the most approachable is when you're just like the most yourself.
Yes.
And even with the craft room stuff, I bring up that question to the other makers and stuff too. Is just like the struggle with having everything, feeling like everything has to be perfect behind you and stuff.
Yes.
Before you start crafting, but it's like, does the shit on my shelf behind me matter for like what I'm making with my hands right here? And it like doesn't, but that's like all we're thinking about.
I know.
Right.
And I think it makes
distracted.
I think
I
think it's a balance too, though, because like it's a time and a place. Like when we go live in our group, I let my kids interrupt. I let my husband interrupt. I show them around my house. I've even taken them to go pick up my kids on my lives because I'm rushing, doing 20 different things. But that's normal life. That's what people are dealing with. Now, if we're invited to go live, when I go live in the glitter guy, I try to be, okay, I'll try to have a bra on, I try to have my hairbrush. But because, there's a time and a place for everything. And obviously, that's
you still want to be professional.
Sure.
And that's how we want to come across.
Show that you care.
Yeah.
Sure.
But at the same time, like, we're just real people.
We're real.
This is us.
Yeah.
Come be our friend. Yes, you can sit with us. Everybody's welcome.
We don't want you guys, and I've showed them my house. I want them to see that, my craft room's a mess, and that half the time I'm like, where's my X-Acto knife?
Every single time.
Or that my husband is like, what are we going to eat for dinner? Or my kid runs in with his underwear, just underwear. That's just life, and we have to learn to juggle it. I'm not going to show a pristine, white, neutral house because that's not what we live in. There's dog hair everywhere. There's everything's sticky. It's just, and it's not always just epoxy.
I'm freaking out about you guys at my house.
Oh my gosh.
You really shouldn't.
You're freaking out about the craft room too, and that's why I said we always. The craft room's always a thing. It's like, oh, but we're supposed to craft in here, and I'm like, well, it just looks like a room that's been crafted in.
Yeah.
That I just wanted it to be ready. Like we can go in there and literally just make anything. Like right now we can't. We would have to clean up. You know what I mean? Like
we just don't know where anything is because it's all get you. It gets used.
It's good.
Yeah.
I feel like when I clean my craft room, I can't find stuff.
Exactly.
Same.
So I feel artistic.
I know where
mind.
I touched it last.
Yeah, exactly.
When I used it, like that's where my brain was
It's
like,
on
I'm
here
like,
on the
oh,
floor
okay. I was
under
like
these
making
3 pieces of paper.
Yeah, but like I know that.
Yeah.
But the problem now is that you just like, especially for me, I don't know if it's the same for you. I'm like, I remembered I put it down on that table, but then it's like, well, what room was I in?
Well, I only have one craft.
Was that?
But I feel like the artistic mind, that's how you work. Like you are in so many different places at the same
And then
time.
people ask you questions while you're doing stuff, and you're like, yeah, I'll just stop and talk to you, and then you're like,
what was I doing? Yeah, but
where's my X-Acto knife?
a creative mind. But that's how we try to be. We try to be real with our people. I feel like that's how they connect.
You guys teach a lot lately.
We do teach a lot.
You guys have to like it, right? Is there any
Oh,
parts
I
you
love
don't
it.
like?
We love it.
I love it.
Is there any parts of this that you don't?
I think for me, I like everything. Like I think this was one of our main goals. This is the whole purpose of the mentorship group and everything is to get out there and teach. And I love being able to do that in person because it's so much easier than behind a camera. And meeting everybody in person. That's just like I said, it's so fulfilling. I would say the only hard thing is juggling your home life and then traveling out of town. I have to remind myself like, okay, I have to make sure my husband's taken care of. Not not like that.
Yeah,
You know.
Said it.
You
Not
said
like
it,
that. Like
yes.
laundry's done, kids are,
There's
this.
food.
Like yes, like
And you guys probably miss a lot. You're missing tryouts right now?
yes, it's hard. So I would say like that's the hardest part is not feeling guilty because I might be missing a field trip or this, and reminding myself I'm doing this for my kids. I'm doing this because this is my job. And it's
Yeah, I bet that guilt really does
The
suck,
mom
too, 'cause
guilt.
It does.
The mom
yes,
guilt,
you
yeah.
are absolutely going to work, but we have fun also.
we do
Yes.
have fun.
It's
We
like,
do a lot.
am I on vacation? Am I on a girls trip? Am I at work? What do I do now? Like,
So it can be a little hard.
For legal purposes, this is just work, Anthony. It's no fun. We had no fun. No
It's
fun.
like it's like a very American mindset to think that like if you're at work, you're supposed
Just
to be miserable.
Miserable.
Yes, and unfortunately,
Like,
not
stop
unfortunately,
smiling.
but thankfully, like we love our jobs, and this is work, and we love our jobs, and we get to have fun because we get to travel and we get to meet people, and that's just part of our job, But it's balancing that guilt. Like, okay, I'm missing my son's field trip, but I'm super thankful too that Nick is amazing. Like
he is really cool. I got to meet him at the Two Moms event. I can understand how he gets along with everyone. He's just like, he comes in and he's like, he reads the room well.
Yes,
And he's like, all right, so this is the Nick that you're gonna
Yeah,
get.
he
This
can
is the
mesh
Nick I
with-
think you want.
He's like a chameleon, I swear. Like he can just get along with everybody and mesh well. But like as far as being dad at home, I couldn't do it without him. Like
I love you two together.
I couldn't. Like I seriously, like Nick, I couldn't do it without you. I couldn't.
That's definitely helpful to have supportive husbands because we're out once a month or twice a month sometimes and
Yes.
juggling
In
the
beginning of
kids.
year, it was like every weekend.
Yes, it was
And
crazy.
our husbands, our husbands work a regular 9-to-5 job managing other people, so it's like it's a lot. It's a lot for them to
take on,
take on. And yeah.
And he already, and like Nick, like you said, he works a 9-to-5. He's already doing so much, and then it's like just adding, oh, my wife's not here, so now I have to do this running, extra running, this,
I have
this,
to go
this.
get them from that. I have to go take them here. I have to feed them.
This weekend, I felt so bad this weekend. Like, we had like 12 extra things on the weekend, like on the
Nick's
calendar.
got this.
I'm like, okay. Like, setting reminders in the calendar, like.
But yeah, I think that for me too, that would be the hardest part, just balancing everything. But we couldn't do it without supportive husbands, and they've been there from the beginning. Like they're the
Yes.
ones who are pushing us. Do it, just do it. Just what are you waiting for? Just add.
Anytime we have like ideas where we're bouncing back and
We
forth,
always ask them. Yeah,
we have like a group chat it's called the Bates Rikes group
Yeah.
chat, and we're like, let's ask the husbands. And
The breaks.
and the breaks or the bikes.
the bikes.
Bates and Rikes together, get it?
I'll ask Anthony all the questions. He's got all the
He
answers.
he
I
does
like
have
this-
all the answers.
We told you about, because we're going to Sad and Bougie tomorrow, the Janko jeans, him looking it up.
He looked it up.
She didn't know what this one is telling her to get the club clothes
You
out.
told me a
Yeah,
skirt. You told me shorts
did
or
not.
a dress. You said, I don't know, a dress or shorts.
You were in the room. That's not what I said.
And Anthony
Go back and
said,
listen to
from
your
what
voice
I've
message.
seen, Sarah, I was like, I doubt she's going to be wearing club clothes. Let me go Google it.
I will not.
And so he Googled it, and he's like, no, that's like, you need to wear jeans and a shirt.
I'm just
like,
reading Sarah's closet then. Everything I brought is.
Janko jeans, and I love that.
I know. He said
Sean
Janko jeans.
Sean said club clothes. That's what he said to you.
He did.
He
yes.
did.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have a voice message. Somebody said just a dress and a pair of shorts or something.
I knew that what you were fishing.
Yeah,
for.
She
you said you were
wanted-
getting jeans and
yes.
shorts, and Sean was,
Was I
like,
gonna
not
pack
club clothes.
I wasn't gonna. Listen, I was
Don't
gonna pack
ask me
jeans.
online.
I was like, what? You were asking me if you should pack club
She
clothes,
was
regular
finding a
clothes. You were
reason
like,
to bring
"Yes."
heels. That was the reason.
Well, I ended up bringing heels. So.
See,
Why
that
not?
told you. And she just needed
But
a
that's the
reason.
great thing about Sad
did you-
Bougie is you can wear both.
Did you?
Well,
hear
I'm wearing
the-
jeans and a shirt.
Same.
Did you hear the rumor about butter? I better not spread it.
You're dumb.
Taylor, she's coming for you. She's coming for your spot.
That's a good
Get it?
segue.
Do you get it though?
I
You better
do.
not spread it.
Okay, what's the segue?
Yeah,
Let's-
now's a good time for Taylor's dad jokes.
What's up, guys? Taylor Duncan here, Duncan Custom Airbrush, and it's joke time. Let's go. First joke. What kind of shoes does an artist wear? Well, I mean, if you're asking me, it's flops and socks, but this is not what it says. Skechers. Oh, because it's sketches, you get it? Okay. Number 2. What does an artistic pirate say? Art. No, it's Instead of art. Yeah, put a T on it. It makes art. You get it? Okay, you'll get it tomorrow if you didn't get it. Number 3, last one. This will be close to you guys at the glitter guy. I about gave the answer away. Where do vampires go to get their art supplies? It's been a real popular subject with the sleeves and all lately. Pennsylvania. You get it? That's all I got for you today. We'll see you next time. Back to the glitter guys.
How many more things are you teaching this year? You got your next tour stop. That's the
San
next thing,
Diego.
right?
We still have some tickets left for San Diego, so grab them because usually people wait till the last minute.
Yes.
They wait till the last minute, and there's only like a few left in our last class. So
And we just want to say we sold out 100% for the tour.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
every single stop so far has sold out completely.
So
But yeah, there's still
I'll give
tickets.
you the link so you can put it under.
yeah,
Put that below.
San Diego. That would be at the Crystal Ninjas Dojo.
Yes. And then after that, we have
love
June,
her.
which is TumblrCon. We're
TumblrCon.
teaching the one-day classes Friday and Saturday, and there's still tickets available for that.
I'm sad we won't be able to hang out. We'll have to work and really work.
We'll have to make time.
TumblrCon's always a lot of work, but it's always so much fun.
Yes. And then then we have July, which is Midwest Tumbler Fest
Yeah.
in Moline, Illinois. We're teaching up there. And then August is Gaze. Woo-hoo! I'm super excited.
And then September is the birthday bash, and then Vegas at the end of.
Craftacular in Vegas.
Craft Havens.
We were
And-
considering trying to roll you guys over to Atlantic City while you were here this weekend, but there's just no. There's
But
no
some
time.
people didn't fly in on time.
Listen,
This one.
I know.
Just think
Let's
we
go
could have spent the
tonight.
whole day in Atlantic City.
Let's go to New York. Did you tell Jason about New York?
I did, right? I wasn't. I
You
don't
guys
know
are
who's
talking
in it.
about New York in there. or whatever.
Thankfully, Sarah was
Sean said way
the.
too far.
They're trying to make me take them. to
I
New
didn't
York
realize
at
how
8.
close
I'm not
New
driving
York
that
was.
far.
Sarah was
Yeah,
the
that's-
mind
I
of
mean, it's
reason.
3 hours.
You were the adult yesterday,
But
Sarah.
from here,
should be
you take a
proud.
train. You do
Don't
not
mess with my sleep.
drive to New York from here. You get on the train. Traffic
should
is.
have
That's what I
New
said. I was
York.
like, you don't want to
No, we would have been
It's a
dead.
hard no.
See, I was all.
But the train is right up the street.
If Sarah would have said yes, I would have gone.
The three of us, Jen,
We were
us-
just waiting for Sarah to
we
say
were
that.
like,
I
yeah,
would have
let's
just
do
woke
it.
up and been like, where the fuck is everyone?
No, we would have been home at like 1 in the morning.
Jason
We would have
wake
been
up
home.
and us in the minivan are just gone. We're in New York City. I'm like, I'm not driving that far. Jen's like, I'll drive. I'm like, we're not going.
How far is Atlanta City from here?
45
Atlantic City's
to an hour.
45 minutes.
Let's go. Let's do
Atlantic City's easy. That's why I was like, we could have done it, but we got too much.
too much to
know.
do.
Such a busy weekend.
But yeah, Craftacular.
Can we go Sunday? Can we go Sunday morning?
Yes.
Probably.
Because our flight doesn't leave till the evening.
6, yeah.
Yeah, we
Shoot some
probably could.
promo
I think
for
I
gays.
think the weather's supposed to be garbage either way. But I mean, we can walk around and go live or whatever, and like go
Yes.
over to rooms and stuff.
Okay.
But unfortunately, the boardwalk won't look nice with the beach and shit. But.
Yeah, I didn't even think about you coming. This is perfect.
Sunday morning.
Yeah, I just want to go there and go live and go over and like show all the rooms because like
you know they were
we've
trying
never
to go to
really
New York
shown
on
like the
Sunday?
entire space.
Let's do it. Let's do Atlantic City instead of Sunday.
But yes, Craftacular and then the big birthday bash in September. And then
Craftacular is the last one, right? That's
Yeah.
not before the birthday bash.
I'm pretty
the
sure
end
that's
of
after,
Oh yeah,
right?
because
Yeah,
it's
it's
my
after.
birthday weekend, and my birthday's on the 16th.
yay!
And then we have October.
Yeah.
Vacation!
I can't wait. We need it.
And then the holidays again, and then we start it all over again.
And then, the tour starts in February next year.
Is that what we're gonna do? We're gonna
Well, I
do
guess
times?
we're going to do it.
We
yes.
should
Well,
start-
like, are we just same times and stuff?
I think so.
I think so.
Don't you? It worked out good.
It worked out great.
February, March, April, leading up to
Yeah, this week wasn't hectic at all.
No, not at all.
We won't do ours this week.
Oh, I know.
Because now I didn't
Don't
see
say
that
now
coming
we.
with mini nats.
Yeah, you did. I booked mini nats 1 year in advance every year. So this week last year, mini nats was officially booked.
What's
There
the
was
name?
2 weekends that they
Mini
got to
nats,
choose
like,
from for April because that's
That's what I
the
was thinking.
only thing that we had available, and you had something the other weekend.
Oh, 'cause-
one of your kids had something going on.
I had my birthday. I had a
Birthday.
birthday. My kid's birthday was
Yes,
last week.
yes.
And then you had dance
Dance
thing
the other
next
Because
week.
we had I gave you 2 April dates, and the earlier date you guys couldn't do. I
Yep.
remember that. So
Well, we'll put it in the
I'm
books.
just saying, don't
now.
act like mini
You know
nats
what?
date didn't
In
exist because it was
October-
booked a year in
no,
advance.
but it just
We can
sucked
put it in the
because
books now.
That was
Yeah.
the month that it came down to I had to choose from something there, and I'm just like, huh. But we can plan farther ahead
Yes,
now.
I was
We
gonna
plan
say,
that
we
like
can-
2 months, like a month.
In Mexico.
In Mexico.
April
we're like,
17th
yes,
to
let's
the
do this.
22nd.
We
April
planned a lot of things
17th
in
to the
Mexico.
22nd.
Yes.
We'll be in North Carolina next year.
I know, that's why we're going to
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it out loud right now. April
have no
17th and 22nd.
Yes.
The week before,
We'll
the
get it
week
all
after.
planned
A
out.
month now. The reason
Oh, yeah.
I was supposed to be in February or March, and I pushed mine back
Because it's cold.
we had stuff to do.
She said because it's cold.
No, you said the weather's pretty cold in February here, so
Yeah, but I would have still done that
I think we should keep Daytona February,
because it's warm.
and then we could do Jersey
in March.
in March.
We'll
and
just
then we'll
flip-flop
do-
maybe me and Nikki.
There you go. We'll do
check with
Texas.
Nikki and see if April works with her.
Yeah.
And it'd be closer to TumblerCon, so we can do like the stuff for TumblerCon there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll work out. But we can plan all our dates this year.
Yeah, let's put them on the date on the calendar.
Can you guys like look back at Mexico and think, okay, that was the end of December. How much we planned? Was it? I don't
Like the
remember. Oh
ninth?
yeah,
It was the
yeah.
beginning.
the first week of December?
How much we planned? We planned an entire tour and like
In,
a
like,
month, like a month, 2 months, month
We
and a half.
planned it that same day in Mexico. And
But I'm just saying, like, we only
I
had-
didn't plan nothing. I had to get filled in, and I'm like, how do I tell them that I have no idea what's happening? Like,
We were just like, this is what we're doing.
Like, we're sitting in the pool. I got
You
6
were there,
chicks in me,
Sarah.
Like, walk.
Sarah, you were
Sarah
there.
was. Yeah, my body was there.
Your body
I
was there.
flipping around.
She got back home and she's like, wait,
We just
what
have- what did I
doing?
do?
I have to send how many Mexico collections to wear?
We're not doing those kind of fusions again. We'll do something, but
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Something
Oh my-
special.
do you got? I'm gonna take you guys back there and show
1
you what
ounces.
it's like to make a fusion.
1
too,
ounce
so you
of it.
guys really appreciate all the work I put into this tour.
Your
already
muscles look
appreciate
bigger.
you.
You would
finger
think so,
muscles.
but
And it was all her
it's
work too, because every time she asked me for help with the fusions, I was in another direction.
Well, you
Like,
had a lot
nope.
going on too. You were very busy. Oh wait, in another direction. What do you mean?
Anywhere away from the fusions.
Anywhere. Wait. You guys
I'm sorry.
don't. I love my husband. I really do. But you don't want to see a fusion mixed by him.
Isn't that good?
He'll just come in. He's like,
Okay, what's the
Salted.
next topic? TikTok? I want to hear Jason's.
you want to know about TikTok?
Yeah, I mean, it's where you got for time, because that's usually the last thing.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, that's fine, because I think we're late anyway.
Is there anything
right?
This
else
is gonna be
that
your
you
longest
guys-
episode too.
We're still under an hour.
I was gonna say,
Oh.
There-
good luck being the longest episode, because you're following Taylor's episode. So
Is there anything else that you guys want to get off your chest, or you guys want to highlight or talk about, or anything like that while you guys are here? Before nothing's off limits.
You want to talk about the mentorship group for a minute?
You talk about the show.
Okay.
And then I have
Um,
something to get off my chest.
Do you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Are you gonna cry?
I'm not going to
Are you
cry.
gonna call me out?
she's gonna
Probably.
make you cry.
Am I gonna cry?
Make you
It's
cry,
easy to
bitch.
make-
No, yeah.
So what's it like having a mentorship group?
It's pretty amazing. Like we love it.
It's a lot of
So
hard work, I bet.
it is. It's a lot
It's
of
a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. It's a lot of work. But like I think now we have it down pretty well, like our schedule on what we need to do, and it really helps that there's 2 of us because
Yes.
We do the mostest.
we do the mostest. And if either one of us had a mentorship group on our own, we would want to do as much as we're doing now. And there's no freaking way. Like we do so much. So we alternate weeks, but we each do the design of the week. So say we have a cup and she has the lives, she'll do the lives that week, and then I'll post the tutorial on Friday. So you're still getting both of us, but then you're getting 2 versions of that same cup. And then the following week we switch. I'll do the lives, she'll do the tutorial. But on top of like, we're always doing challenges over there. We're doing giveaways. There's higher discount codes. We have special guests. This month we have Melanie over at Dimensional Drinks
Oh,
going
okay.
live. And who else? Mindy? Mindy from Wicked Lose is going live. So we try to like bring in people.
Different people.
And that's really what our mentorship.
Oh yeah, I went live once.
Yeah, you did.
You've gone live. That's really like another thing is when we started our mentorship group, we never wanted to be exclusive to just one company because we
It's
want to
silly.
share the love, and it's silly. And we have so many friends that own glitter companies or tumbler companies or whatever.
And just business-wise, it doesn't make sense for you guys.
yes.
You need the market share out of everyone's pool.
Right. So that's one thing that we tell, don't limit yourself just to, oh, I have to use this glitter or I'm cheating on this glitter company.
Even I tell people that.
Yeah.
I sell
Yes.
the glitter.
Yeah. So, but no, the mentorship's great. We, like Geri said, we do the mostest. We're always doing, We always
a lot.
have so many things going on over
Are you
there.
capped right now, or can people join?
People can definitely
join.
join, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
In April, we had a special going on where if you join in the month of April, you get May for free.
I
So
saw your post.
Yes.
So yes,
Yeah.
I did know it's still open. Hell yeah.
Unfortunately, that's gonna, by the
Oh,
time
yeah,
this
that'll be
airs,
after.
will be over. But still,
Well, maybe
it's
you'll do some in the future.
Yeah.
People should be watching out if they are interested in that kind of thing.
yeah, and it's definitely worth it. I mean, we always talk about our mentorship is $20 a month, which we always say jokingly. I was like, we spend $20 at Taco Bell, like
do.
when we go through. I mean, you can't go to any drive-through, especially with 4 kids, 3 kids, and spend less than $50.
the discounts alone really pay for the group. Like we have a discount code, so our codes are higher in the mentorship group than they
In general,
are.
yeah.
And yeah, so like we have 15% off codes, 20% off codes. So in discounts alone, and we have codes with so many companies. Like probably, if you're using that company, we have a code for it.
Yeah.
Do you have a higher glitter guy code, or we gotta get that in there?
Yeah, we need to get that in there.
We'll
We
figure
can
it out
get
over the weekend.
You just need to honestly ruin 1 to 2 projects a month, and you like paid for that. Like
Yeah,
if you had the guidance to not ruin those 2 projects, that's like at least $20 of materials that you would have saved.
Right?
Oh yeah. Like it's just using the code one time, any code one time, I think saves you what the group costs.
And we offer one-on-one help, so that's
Yeah.
always helpful to people because they can be like, hey, can I FaceTime you? And can you see why my cup repelled? Or can I message you? It's like our inbox
Yeah,
is
and our
always open.
our admin team too is amazing. Like we couldn't do it without
They're
them.
coming, most of
They're
them.
most
They
of them
are.
are coming. Well,
All of them. Nicole, we got you.
oh Nicole.
We got to print her.
Yay! But yeah, so we have really some good admin team. We try to keep it like we've always been honest with the admin team. It's like we need you guys to be on our team. Obviously, we're not made out of money. We can't give you both, but we'll have us, and we want a team that's like cohesive, and we want to make sure that you feel loved and appreciated, and they appreciate us. And so I think that's key, because if we don't have a good team,
your group will fail.
You're gonna fail. Yeah.
There's no way we could.
Tumblr acts.
Yeah.
No
I
one-
feel like
no one worked
admins
together.
admins is a very underrated.
It is.
Oh gosh.
An underappreciated probably position in
They
anything, because
technically
it's
work
like
for free.
unpaid. You're kind of just like.
They get a lot of perks, like because a lot of our business owners that we have discount codes
Yeah, sure.
with will be like, hey, can I send you products? Will you go live? And instead, most of the time, we're like, send them to our admin team, because for one,
Not
they'll
gonna have
need
the
it
time.
more than we do. We do, because we have 100 sheets of vinyl or glitter that we're already using, and for 2, like they'll go live before we get a chance to go live with it.
Yeah.
So there's perks, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's still like they do
So
We
much.
couldn't run the group without them.
Yeah, commenting on people's stuff, encouraging,
Yeah.
messaging.
Yeah.
People are super divided right now on mentorship groups, so I'm glad that you kind of brought it up, because there's this side hates it and they don't see it and they think it's stupid, they talk shit, and then this side, obviously the ones that are in it, are all for it. And me, I'm super for it, and I'll tell you why. I mean, so if you guys made cups all day, if that's what where your money came from, how are you supposed to teach anyone else how to make cups? You can't.
Right.
You're too busy filling orders, or you're too busy working at the dentist office or whatever it is to get your income. So how else do you want to?
Yeah.
Do they want you to make an income so that you can keep teaching people? It's literally
Right.
just paying rent so you guys can just keep sitting in front of the camera
Mm-hmm.
and teaching people how to make cups. Because if you
Yes.
guys don't do it, I mean, I'm not saying that you two are the only teachers. I'm saying the teachers in general. No one's gonna learn how to make cups.
Right.
Well, I think like 2 things. I think. Hold on, I'm gonna forget the first one.
Write it down.
Okay. First thing is, I think the people that don't like a mentorship group, like one of 2 things. They've been in a mentorship group that maybe wasn't as active as ours, or they felt like they weren't getting anything out of it. And I could see that being frustrating, because if I was in a group and they
was
never went live, or it was
cliquish, or-
very cliquish or something, like I would probably get frustrated too. Like, what am I paying for?
Or you can't find the information that you need. Like, yeah.
Right. Or they've never been in a mentorship group and they're nervous and they just look at it like, I don't want to spend $20 when I can go on YouTube and find it
for free.
myself.
I
But
wish $20 on so many worse things.
right, they forget, like, when you join our group, it's like family. Like, it's like a community. So you're not just getting us, you're getting every single one of our, members in that group. They're there to help you too. Like, we've brought in so many people together that are like best of friends now, that are going on vacations together and stuff. And that's just, that's what it should be about.
So it's not just about the tutorials.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Sorry. Second thing,
do it.
I think people think that we are like millionaires off of this, like we're making all this buka bucks, and it's like, no.
You're just keeping your heads
We're
above
just
water.
keeping our heads about, like, it's not a money game for
No,
sure,
no.
Like, we're doing something we love, we're able to pay our bills, and that's all we ask for,
I'm glad that you said it that way too, because I think people are looking at it more like you're getting that $20 every month, and less like I'm talking to this company to get you guys discount codes. I'm talking to this company.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. I'm talking to this one to get you the exclusive vinyl, and we're figuring out how to get you to be able to get on their website without everyone else getting it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about a new tumbler that you guys I want to teach you guys how to make, but I gotta figure. You know what I mean? Like
It's a lot of juggling.
All that stuff.
No. It is. It's a lot of juggling everything.
And
Conversations.
conversations everywhere. And plus, like Jess said, like, it's not just, like, yeah, you can go on YouTube and search, Galaxy Tumbler. You can find
always
500.
be there.
They'll always be there, and that's fine. We have a YouTube too, which we'll talk about too, but it's not that. It's the friendships. It's like we're available, and then the conversations, the camaraderie. What camaraderie? I can't say camaraderie. It's that.
It's everything else,
It's not just that, but it's not for everybody.
No.
I mean, just like people
it's
say
there for
that
the ones.
about sororities all the time. They're the haters that hate sororities. It's just you're
That's
paying
a
to have friends. Is that their compare? No, we can't. They're just there to make just you're paying for your friends or whatever. But it's not. I mean, I was part of a sorority. I don't think that's the truth. It can be that, but it doesn't have to be. So it's what you put into it.
I was just going to say, like
It's
Geri
what-
said, it's what you put into it. That's what you're going to get. If you're going to join a Patreon and not do the designs and not be on the
And
lives.
don't do challenges. Don't.
Right, then no.
Then you're just paying $20.
Then you're just paying $20.
And we have members like that, which are fine
course.
too, because not everybody wants to make friends. Oh, sheesh.
That was loud.
Was that murder?
So I've been trying to get back into crafting a lot, and I know the fundamentals by now. I'm getting them down pretty well. So I've been watching YouTube a lot, and so my brain's going a mile a minute. My master shower doesn't work right now, so I've been having to use the middle bathroom shower where I can't use the TV anymore for my noise, and I just need some noise. So started watching YouTube in the shower.
Nice.
And I'm
there
just
you
like going. I go on before I get in.
Sarah
and
watches me in the shower.
Well, actually Geri, but
Do
so
it.
at first I was flip-flopping through a few different channels, but it's your voice. You have a very soothing voice.
Everybody
on there,
says that.
on your YouTube.
You have a good shower voice again.
I'm a good shower voice.
showering
You
voice.
turn on your YouTube voice, and I'm like, all right, we
You guys have never showered to
Geri's
Geri's voice before.
Hello, welcome to my channel. Grab your shampoo and we'll get started.
I'll be listening to you. So like the shower in my middle bathroom has the glass door.
Uh-huh.
The other shower I could just look out and see what was on the TV if I needed to. So I'll hear you say something and I'm like, I gotta see what that looks like. And I'm over here like, what and the steam from the glass, like, what has she got in there? Oh yeah, she's putting the foil on the tacky tape.
That's awesome.
The pin, wheel.
The pinwheel. That was a good one.
And we, like I said, we have our YouTube channel, so you guys can go there if you just want to see the tutorials, and that's fine. Like we always tell people, if this group is not for you, you're welcome to leave. It's okay. Like, we're still friends.
It only
Yes.
cost you $20 to figure out if it was or wasn't.
It wasn't
Right,
for you.
right.
And plus we have two Facebook groups. We have our Facebook group that is open to everybody, which is free. And then we have
That one's
our
Misfit
Makers.
Besties.
No, that's
just
Misfit
Misfit
Makers,
Makers.
which is open to everybody. And then our Besties is our Patreon, where it's
Yes.
more, smaller. So they're welcome to go to either group. Like, we don't care. Like, yeah, obviously we want more members in our Patreon, but at the end of the day, it's quality over quantity.
Mm-hmm.
We want people that want to be there. We want
Yeah.
people that want to be friends, that are not just there
upset anybody.
spying or wanting to take ideas. Well, whatever,
always
there's
gonna be
nothing
there.
new under the sun. So it's like, come on. But the thing that I wanted to get off my chest.
Oh, I knew she was gonna cry.
No, I'm not crying. No, I just speaking of like Patreons and speaking about all that, the crafty of the world, like, it's just, like, we genuinely, like, when Jess and I say it, like, it's not just a slogan, like, you really are included with us. Like, if you're alone at a convention, like, you come to us. Like, we will either sit with you or we will find another bestie that will hang out with you so you're not alone. Like, Anxiety is real. People are afraid of other people. Women are afraid of other women. Women are so freaking vicious, and we'll promise you that from us, you're not going to get that. And especially, like, I just want to put a disclaimer out there. I don't smile all the time, but that doesn't mean I don't love you. I have a rusting bee face, okay?
You do, and it's hard.
It is
right
so
there.
hard. I
Last
know.
night I was like, is she hating me or?
And I had asked my husband, he confirmed. He's like, I think, since you've
Look at
lost...
your face.
He's like, dye your hair so that you look more friendly.
Yes. I told her this, like, what was it, before TumblrCon.
I know, I was...
That looks really good.
I would be like, and like, Geri, I'm like,
Smile.
Smile.
She will tell me, she's like, Jerry,
like,
fix your
smile.
face.
Yeah,
Jerry,
smile.
fix your face.
And then like 2 people after TumblrCon
Told
You
me.
see the
I
Trolls
won't-
movies?
I won't name names.
Ooh. Reba?
Oh, she's another one. I just said I won't name names.
That's what I think about it.
It's
You're like,
okay. My feelings aren't hurt.
A couple people like said something to her, and she's like, "Well, damn, do I have?"
So I
RBF?
did ask Anthony, but no, I am really friendly. I'm just like, I'm really intense. Like, I'm listening to you.
I have RBF too. It's
And
okay.
so, shut up. You have face cramps because you smile all the time. No, but that's just who my personality is. But I love you guys, and I want you guys to know that. Like, my face is serious. My face naturally goes down. Okay, I can't help it. I
no,
just
that's
made like this.
That's why.
she's like Creek from Trolls.
Oh my god.
The
Really
Trolls
like
movie?
the Trolls movie.
Yes.
You're like Creek.
Yes, I do.
That's why our slogan
doing?
is.
I'm gray. I'm in a gray mood.
He tries to learn how to smile the whole movie. Like this?
No,
That's
but
why our slogan is what
Is
it
it?
is. You
Yeah.
can sit with us because that's what we.
we really
you know.
do believe that. Like, it's not just like, we're not cliquish, nothing. Like, seriously. Like, Jess was over here telling us to pick up a bestie, Tammy, from the airport.
Yes, I was like,
But,
she's coming in by
It kind of
herself.
worked out differently.
Yeah,
We were going.
yeah. So it's like, we will do anything, or we will find some way to help you guys. So don't feel like, you always feel like you are welcome. And I never, if you feel some sort of way, just tell me, like, or tell us. Like, I am pretty honest.
I'm glad you said that because that's how we met in person at TumblrCon at the welcome party. And you guys came up to me and just started talking to me, and it felt we stood there for a minute talking until I had to walk away, and it felt great. Now, and you definitely, obviously left an impression on me because we made a group chat like shortly right after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, we gotta do something. We'll do stuff together. Let's do stuff. You want to teach at Gates? Let's get this. Let things go. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
It was really,
And the rest is
I thought you
history.
hated me.
See?
And it's like I let those things go. I'm not gonna be like, this, that, and the third. Like, I'm just like, if they hate me, what am I gonna do at this point?
Right. Yeah.
Fix
you just-
it.
Fix it.
I try not to, because then I'm just annoying. But you guys didn't make me. You guys just came up. It was perfect.
Yeah.
And
We try to talk to everybody.
And
I
we've
mean,
seen each other like 20 times since. TumblrCon
That's true.
it hasn't even been a year since
it hasn't. Oh my
TumblrCon.
gosh, that's crazy.
And also, guys, if you are new in the Tumblr community, like, don't let the bad apples, like, change it for you. Like, it's just, it all goes in a cycle. Things happen. People talk about people, and then it's over, and it's fine. And it's just, at the end of the day, you have your circle of people that you trust with everything. Good grief.
I said there's murder happening. outside
A
this
murder.
movie.
Jason's out there. No. But
Jason's
yeah.
here.
Oh, the other. Oh, never mind. But yeah, it's just don't let that. I mean, drama's gonna happen, and
Yes.
it's gonna happen. Just don't.
We're gonna talk
Especially in
about
a very predominantly female-driven space. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that to be mean. It's just
No, it's just how it is.
I think
Women
it's
fight
so-
with their words. Men fight with their fists.
And we feel different every day.
Yes.
'cause
yeah, we
today-
bottle it down until
And
we
then-
can't bottle it no more, and then
Yeah.
we just start swinging.
yeah.
That's what that's
I think
like a
there's some
big-
people that like thrive on drama too, and like that's one thing.
Unfortunately.
And that's just how they are and their personality. And that was one thing. Like Geri and I, we don't even have time to know the drama. Like I want to know, so we know, but like
I was
we
gonna
will
say,
never.
don't you dare.
But we never like I should say we never get involved.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
We will never see a drama post and Misfit Makers.
We'll talk to
before-
our close friends, our Fab Five. We'll talk to
yeah.
them. We'll talk to our husbands, and we'll vent there because everybody has an opinion.
Jason loves when I vent to
Oh
him.
gosh, Anthony
Oh,
and
Nick
Abe
too,
and,
yes.
and Nick are like, what
They're like,
happened?
tell me right
what
now.
happened right now. What happened? What happened there?
Oh, Jason's less like that.
Oh
But
no,
there's some-
they're intense. They're like,
There's
FaceTime us now.
some crafters, yeah, it's they thrive on that, and that's just not us. Like,
That's not, we're just not gonna engage in that.
No.
But do we have our opinions about it?
course,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I mean, everybody, but we save
Call into the
those.
show anytime.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll send tips in, anonymous tips. Just kidding. I don't have any in I don't know
Just
anything.
send us all of your drama in your YouTube voice, and we'll just play
In
it
my
for
YouTube
everyone.
voice. That is so funny. People always talk about
I
this.
kept meaning to tell you that every time I get out of the shower, I'm like, I'm gonna tell Jerry.
Does it sound sexual? Does it sound sensual
No.
or anything?
It just
I'm usually like,
it's easy to listen to.
yeah,
Not me. I'm like, hey guys, it's Jess.
yeah. I'm.
Hi, we're back here.
Hi.
At Misfit Makers.
I don't. Do I sound like
You
that?
do sound like that. Sometimes I'm one,
what-
like, you know what you
it's
sound
very
like
easy.
sometimes?
It's
Like
easy
she's
on the
trying to
ears.
talk quietly. you
I'm
know?
usually
Like-
talking. Everybody's asleep. I do my voiceovers when everybody's asleep because
That's what it is, I think.
It just sounds like you're
There you
trying
go.
to talk like you're sweet. Like
Yeah.
you're not. Like you're nice. Like you're not nice.
Until they see your face. And they're like, I'm not approaching her.
approach me, people. Okay, I'm nice. Anyway,
She is
Get
nice.
past the face.
She can't help it. That's just how her.
TikTok, is that what you're
face.
talking about?
tick tock on the clock, like the moody stuff.
So the TikTok question that I always have, well, not always, that I have been asking the other makers, and I'll start again with my take. The ban that's currently in the process of happening, right? Because Montana's banned, right?
Is
Montana?
banned already?
Yeah, Montana's banned. So one state, they don't know how they're going to enforce it. They probably literally can't enforce it, but
How?
whatever. So anyway, in a world where the social media and TikTok is so prevalent and almost like, very important to what we do, right? Like being in front of people's faces and stuff. So that's why I think that my take's a little different. I would love for it to go away, not for specifically the, kids' safety and stuff. That's like a whole nother part of it, but for the attention that it requires to actually have any success level. And then honestly, at its core, it has like almost no success level other than like brand awareness, because there's no monetization behind it, like at all. And you get 1 million views and you get paid like a nickel for it. But if I get 1 million views on YouTube, I'm gonna get like 10 G's. So like,
TikTok is monetized now.
yeah, it's monetized, but the monetization system is garbage.
Yeah, it's like 1 penny to
Oh.
I don't know.
To like 1 million views.
Views,
It's like
yeah.
nothing. So going viral is like means nothing other than brand awareness
I
there.
understand.
So the amount of effort that you put in there, it just is highly distracting, because not just like, fortunately for me, I have Chris to re-edit anything that we shoot for all
Right.
different facets.
We need a Chris.
But if I
We need a
needed
Chris.
to do, I did a tutorial and I want to do a short of that tutorial on Facebook and Instagram, TikTok, etc., it all has to be time spent cutting, editing, all that stuff. And I'm not making any money off that TikTok thing. So any of that time that I'm pushing towards TikTok could have been pushed where I am making money, like in YouTube and in Instagram. And that's really where you want to connect more. Anyway, we had that conversation before that you're not connecting on TikTok either, like at all. How you can't make a connection in 30 seconds.
No.
You can't. Like you're seeing flashes of, you might not even see their face half the time. They're just doing hands, quick voiceover. You probably really don't even know how to make whatever the hell they're doing. You get a general idea, but the important steps are all skipped. And it gives this like false sense of like how to make a Tumblr. Because if you watch a 30-second short of a Tumblr being made start to finish, you probably think it takes less than 10 minutes to make the damn Tumblr. And
Right.
it takes fucking hours, if not days, depending on the Tumblr that you're making. So now you're going to try to make it and ruin it in the first 10 minutes trying to rush it, and you're like, this ain't for me, fuck this. And then that's someone that could have ended up being my customer, but TikTok kind of created this false sense of like, how Tumblr's made. So for me as a business owner, I think it's distracting. I think there's no monetization behind it, and that it's just creates this like very false sense of how crafting is done. Like crafting is not a fast thing. Nobody should go into crafting and think like the whole 5-minute crafts thing. I think is even kind of crazy, because none of those are 5-minute crafts.
Right.
You watch all of those, and I'm like, what the fuck? No way. That took at least 10 minutes. Now you're starting to be the Dollar Tree that's selling $5 stuff. So
$1.25.
it's not called the
They sell
$1.25
$5
tree.
stuff too
$5
now.
stuff now.
Yeah,
Yes.
they sure do.
Wait, they do?
Yes.
Yes.
More expensive than
You might as well call them
Yes.
Five Below now. Yes.
Yeah, seriously. They have a whole $5 aisle.
What? They can't do
So
Yep.
that's my maybe unorthodox take on it. Taylor kind of had agreed with me some. I think Nicole was on board with that one. It was Nicole or Lauren, one of them, but the other. But so How do you guys feel about it? Because I know that you were like
Are
definitely.
you guys big on TikTok?
No,
You guys-
I was
What's your
surprised
background
that
on
you were
TikTok?
gonna be like, man, get rid of it.
They
I
had
wasn't-
to beg me to even make, not beg me.
Most men
but
have to. For
I
some
don't.
reason. I had to beg my husband.
I
now
only
read
have it so that I can watch our company's lives when they're happening. If we never went live on TikTok, my phone would still never have a TikTok. I have no purpose for it.
I see like both sides of it. Like, I think nowadays everybody just wants that instant gratification, and
I always
instead
do.
of and so when I'm sitting there, on the toilet, I'm gonna scroll TikTok instead of
Now the
watching a
world will know
YouTube
what you do
tutorial.
on the toilet.
I know, don't tell anybody. At least
you're
they know what
sitting
you do in the
TikTok,
shower.
they
You
know.
listen to Jerry in the shower, so.
Correct.
But I think TikTok has a lot to do with instant gratification. People like that. And I'm not going to lie, like I enjoy TikTok, several minutes out of my day. But as far as like the business side, it's one more platform.
Yeah.
Like I would love it if we could all go back to just Facebook. Because
Oh,
it is,
Instagram.
I don't like Instagram.
like even-
Facebook and YouTube.
yes. Because all the other platforms, like you said, it is so, we talk about this all the time.
Mark
Like
Zuckerberg would love us.
how much time it takes to edit all these videos, even if you don't have to edit and it's just a post with all the hashtags and tagging people, and it's a lot. And then to do that on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook groups, YouTube, it takes.
And now they don't let
YouTube
you
Shorts.
share
Yes.
through the platforms. Not all of them let you share through all of them.
Right. So I mean, yeah, if we now as far as the let's protect the kids and stuff, or they're tracking us,
They're gonna get it on Facebook.
they're gonna get it anywhere else.
I'm telling you,
Anywhere.
your phones are tracking.
Your phones are yes.
That's
so,
why
like,
You have a smartphone,
whenever I
you're
see
being
that
tracked.
argument and stuff like,
Yeah,
oh, well,
like,
they got
you
chips
can't-
and they're tracking us. I'm like,
Whatever.
you're talking about being tracked
Right.
on a platform that also tracks.
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
So,
like as far as that.
You're tracked.
There's just
No,
It's-
but business-wise, yes, I could. I mean, I wish they would get rid of, just go back to the days where it was just Facebook, and it would make our lives easier.
Are we getting old?
Unfortunately,
Are we
though,
getting
now that people understand that that you can have instant gratification, like there's already, I don't even.
Clapper.
Yes,
I was asking you.
I think it was like
It's
Nicole
lame,
had
though.
mentioned it, or
Just
Lauren
kidding,
had
Clapper.
mentioned it, and I was like, she was like, there's already another TikTok
Yeah.
happening, and said it, and I never heard of it. And there's always gonna be something that rises, like Vine, right?
Right.
Vine was the instant gratification. Vine was TikTok. Like literally, Vine was TikTok.
And unfortunately,
then Instagram bought them and then squished it. They
Right.
said Vine's nothing anymore.
I remember that.
It was Twitter.
Oh, was it Twitter that bought it? Yeah.
And as business owners, it's like, what's the first thing we did? Download Clapper so we can get ahead of it, And it's like if we didn't do what we did, and I was just a normal person,
I wouldn't even touch it.
I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
have
touch
half
it.
of this stuff. I wouldn't. I would have Facebook.
I wouldn't make
And that's
TikToks
it.
if I didn't have this.
And that's how I feel too, basically, as far as the business side. Like, I wish it was gone because it's one less thing.
It's one less thing.
That was like-
And it's a distraction, like you said. It's a distraction, and we talk about it all the time in other reasons. But it's like these little things that distract you instead of going to the main source, like
Yes.
the Facebook group or the YouTube, where you're pouring all that time.
People always ask, why do I only have 20 people watching my Facebook Live? Well, that's because you have 100 people, and now they're divided between Instagram Lives, TikTok Lives, Clapper Lives, Facebook Lives, when everybody was just on one platform,
Yes.
a couple of years ago.
Brutal.
It's hard. We went from having a few hundred people on our lives to now,
at 2:00 in the morning,
yes,
and
to
now
maybe having 30, 50, it's hard.
Yeah,
Also, people had to go back to work too. 'Cause
That's true,
yeah, it's
too.
true.
when you
But-
said 2 a.m. 2020, I'm like, yeah, because no one had to wake that hell
That's
up
true.
anymore, and I was up too. Like, what's up? What are we doing today?
So yeah,
But for like, if I didn't have a business, of course I would love TikTok because you can find all sorts of stuff. But
You really do.
I mean,
no,
all
I do
sorts
love
of
it for like all those small businesses out there that have grown their business truly through TikTok. Like,
But if it wasn't there, they could have grew
Move somewhere
right,
else.
right.
on
Grown,
Instagram,
grown.
on
Grown.
Facebook.
I just wish like one would survive and like another would die, like it did with Facebook and MySpace.
Same.
Like
I agree.
Like one had to win and
Yes.
another had to lose, and the other one didn't stay. Like,
I
but
agree.
now the other ones keep staying.
Yes.
Like now, like we still have Instagram, we still have Twitter, we
Facebook.
still have.
It's too much. It's becoming too much.
Musk is trying to destroy Twitter, trying, but everyone's still got Twitter. You know what I mean?
See, I
Like-
never got Twitter.
I had Twitter, but I never used it.
Yeah, I that was
A
another
long
one that I
time,
had. I felt like I
2012.
needed to have it because all my friends had it, and it's still on my phone. But I probably have 20 tweets in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I probably have like 2.
After me and Jason had our first date, he tweeted that was the best night of his life.
Did I?
Yes. he
Did I?
It'll be easy to find.
It's not.
sweet.
Because it's not
It's not.
very.
I've gone back because it was a screenshot on one of my phones. And then back then when you switched phones, I don't know if that phone broke or I lost it, but I lost that screenshot.
Aw.
So I tried to scroll back and get it, and I guess Twitter like archives thing after like 2 or 3 years, but I'll never forget it.
Twitter is the reason why people get canceled. Like,
True.
Now Twitter is awful. They have all kinds
Yeah.
of stuff.
No, I agree. It's a lot. It's a lot to keep up with.
It's a lot.
I mean, right now we have YouTube, Misfit Makers, our group, Misfit Makers Besties, our Patreon, our own personal Instagram, TikTok, our main Facebook group, Clapper, Pinterest. That's 8 platforms right
That's
now.
8 platforms that are ours, and then add like we make it a point to post. If we use Glitter Guy product, we post
And you
there.
go live.
And that's another thing. Like the people that we're brand ambassadors for,
We go live
We
for
go
their
live.
We're
group
just live in CCDIY.
CCDIY, the Glitter Guy.
and the Steel Magnolia.
Right. So we, at the beginning of every month, we're doing our rounds in our groups to say hi, and it's just a lot. It's a lot to
It's a
keep
lot.
up with everything.
You
And
guys do it so well.
thank you.
it's part of it being a job, or else then it would,
Yeah.
everybody,
Yes.
everybody would do it then otherwise.
Very
So-
true. And I think that's another, like a lot of people think that they can do it, and then they quickly realize, oh,
Yeah.
they do
I mean,
a
they
lot.
probably-
Okay.
you guys
Imagine
probably-
thinking you can start a glitter company.
That's what I was just
Right.
going to say.
I
People
said that
think-
was like a huge problem, is that was our success, that people were like, oh, you can just be successful if you sell glitter. And I'm
Right.
like, you got no
You
fucking
have
clue.
too
You have
much.
no clue what we continue to go through to keep
Yes.
it successful. You know what I mean? Like it's been a nonstop ongoing
It's
thing
a
for 4 years.
24/7 job.
Yeah,
Owning a
that's-
business or being a creator is 24 hours a day.
And that's
Yeah.
what we tell people all the time, because we have people that want like our advice and they are thinking about opening up a mentorship or doing that, and we always encourage them because we're not going to stop anybody, but we're going to be honest and be like, it's not just us going live and posting our stuff. Like we are literally working as soon as we get up till at night, and then all behind the scenes editing stuff, doing stuff, and it's just us two for the most part. We don't have
Yeah.
him.
No, but I know it's on your Christmas list this year.
It is on our Christmas
Are
list.
you gonna be wrapped in a okay.
Hi, Chris. But you can go get your own Chris.
Well, we're looking
Everybody
for
wants a Chris after they come on the show, actually.
So
You know a Chris. we need a Chris.
can we
okay?
add that to our thing? We were looking for a Chris. So
Chris.
basically somebody, yeah, that would, because we edit our own YouTube videos. We edit all our content. We edit all our graphics. We do all of it. We do everything.
We do everything.
That's why all of our tutorials and anything social media related, video related, disappeared for us over the last until we got Chris, because we would have had to do the editing ourselves, and they're not possible.
And people don't
Like,
realize how
there's
much
not
time
enough time
it
to do that.
There's not enough time.
Nope.
Like we always say that.
No.
I wish there was 12 more hours in a day because you can't manage and squeeze
And
everything.
Chris keeps me
I
to
wish
a
it was just the
schedule.
crafting.
Chris,
yeah,
do
we
you know
talked
a
about
guy?
it before. Is the
Do you know a
struggle
guy?
of like having to set the room up, make
Yes.
sure you have everything you need. You sit there, you're just looking like, okay,
Yes.
all
It's
right,
so much.
got it all.
Yes.
And then by the time you have everything set up, you're like, I really don't even want to fucking do this anymore.
I know. And just setting everything up, like
You're
your
like,
table.
I'm gonna have to clean this after too,
Yeah.
because I gotta do this again tomorrow.
Yes.
Don't even.
Oh.
And it's like you don't even want to, like if we're going to go make something for fun, I'm like, oh, I got to record this.
Yes.
You know, like,
you don't make things for fun. You have to record it every time.
That was
you
a
do it.
huge question I had. It was a balance of like making things for sanity, like for yourself, and like not feeling the need to turn a camera on, because it's
Yes.
like the hugest block that I'm like,
Yeah.
I really want to make this right now. I like watch a video of somebody making a tumbler, especially 3D tumblers. Like I'm obsessed with
my phone mail.
3D tumblers and stuff. And I'm like, but by the time I break out all my clay stuff and then find the camera mount and find all the shit, and I'm like,
yes.
Yes.
nope, we're
It's
just not going to do it. We're just not going to do it. Nope.
It's an ordeal because you have to think ahead. It's like, man, I have to clean up my space.
And then like, not unfortunately, I keep saying unfortunately, but there are so many creators out there, and it's like, if you don't post every single day,
you get lost in
you
the...
get lost and people
Correct.
forget about you. And
Yeah.
it's very hard to get to hear when
And
there's
maintain.
1,000 people swimming at the same time trying to, like, and luckily we've done a pretty good job about staying active and putting our name out there and stuff. But it's like, if we,
It is a job though. Like
It's
you
a
have
job.
to.
you
like,
can't stop. We can't take 2 days off and not post content, because then those people, they're like, oh, I'll go watch so-and-so, or I'll go watch, it's
Yeah, oh yeah, they'll be on to the next one.
exactly.
That's the way our attention's like.
Yep.
And we'll set goals for us. That's some like a tip for everybody. Like set goals for yourself. Like Jess is really good about like keeping us motivated. She's just like, okay, this month we got to go live every day on TikTok. And so then we'll do that. We'll get on that kick. And then we just, like I said, we just started our YouTube as a baby YouTube. Go check it out, please, okay? Go subscribe. Go comment.
Just don't watch the first
Don't watch the first six videos, okay?
Watch it while you're in the shower.
Watch me in the shower. No, but, you know, it's just... we challenge ourselves like we just started like let's post twice a week on YouTube, and you guys know how challenge. Well, you guys have Chris, but it's challenging.
Listen, even with Chris, how hard is it to keep us in line?
Well,
I'm sure that's a
To
full-time
make sure
job.
that
It's a full-time job, yeah.
Yeah, Sarah, it's Wednesday craft today. I'm like, oh yeah.
You still have a Wednesday craft to shoot today,
Yeah.
right?
Facts.
Well, let's do it after this.
Yeah, you guys.
Oh, can we do it with you?
Yeah, we
That's what I was
are.
hoping
We
for.
signed up for it.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, seriously, like we have to challenge ourselves, and we don't have anybody to keep us on track other than ourselves.
Yes.
And so it's a lot. And so, but it's good to be a team, because if I was just doing it by myself, I'm like, I ain't doing it. They won't make my 300 views on my video. Ain't nobody gonna miss it, you know. But
There's 300 people.
But yeah, but it's right. But she's like, no, but like, you know, we'll set goals. We try to set goals and be like, we're gonna go live every day here. We're gonna go live, Geri, or you know, have you gone live in Glitter Guy? Have you gone live here? Have you gone live there? And we try to post it, and we try to be just strategic too.
And it's consistency, guys. Like, a lot of it, you know, people always ask, like, how did you get here? How can I get my name out there? Consistency is like key. And
Say the same thing.
I'm sure, because like when I first started and somebody told me that, like I'm like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. But it is.
It is.
It really is. If you are posting every single day, we always
People will look for
You
it.
show that even with our YouTube, because we stopped doing content.
You feel it.
Basically until
Oh, we
Chris,
feel
and we were at like what, I don't know,
7 views.
like 100 views average, and like 200 to 300, and now we're like 900 to 1,000,
Yeah, 1,000.
something like that.
That's
When
awesome.
they come out, and it's just like, it's a slow build, but it's
Yes.
like it would have been a 0 build if you didn't just do it. If you just think about like, dude, I'm gonna have to like just keep doing this in order to get views, it's like then you're never gonna get views.
No, I always say
Just
like
start doing it.
baby steps are steps forward. They're still steps forward. No
Yeah.
matter how small it is, it's 10 more followers than you had the day before. Or-
Next time you realize a year passed and those views came.
Yeah.
Look at us. It's like
Yeah.
last year we taught at 3 conventions. That's it. Like I shouldn't say that's it because that's a
It's
lot.
a lot.
Still.
It's
Yeah.
a lot.
But 3 conventions this year.
We did the tour
We did
and-
the tour, which is 3 spots, and then I think 6 or 7 conventions.
4 spots. The tour's 4
Or
spots.
4 spots, and then 6 or 7 conventions.
Yeah.
You should do like
Like-
3 times more in-person events
Yeah.
within
It's-
1 year's time.
Yeah.
And like YouTube and just
But don't be discouraged, guys. Like, just do it yourself. Like, don't compare yourself to other people, because there's a lot of creators out there. It's like we can compare ourselves to some of the bigger creators, and they just got in at a different time and they have a different following. It's okay, but just keep on being consistent, because it doesn't matter to like let it motivate you, not sit there and be
Yes.
like jealous about it. We were jealous about him, Chris, but.
I'm really jealous about Chris.
But other than that, like, just keep on going. Like, it doesn't matter, and be consistent. Even if you just post yourself grabbing a cup out of a box,
Anything.
Just like you said,
anything.
when you started even going live, you were like, I just started doing Tumblrs like
Yes,
a minute ago.
I didn't know what to do.
And that's the best time, personally, I think, to do it. And I said that was a huge trap for me, even still, is like, all right, so I have to do a tutorial this week, and I'm not the best at whatever I'm about to do. And I feel like I should, if I'm doing a tutorial on it, I should probably be the best.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not necessarily true, because you'll probably learn more watching me fuck it up
Yes.
the whole time. And then I'm going to learn more on
Yep.
like what I screwed up and what not to do. And hopefully you see what not to do and what I did wrong. Because if you just do it first try, no warm-ups the first time through, you're not going to get good at it, because you're probably going to forget what the hell you did. Because
Yeah.
there's nothing memorable
Right.
that happened. Like, you remember tragedy. Like,
Yeah.
you
You
can go
remember
back-
tragedy. Like,
you can go back and like watch our videos.
it burns in your head mistakes.
Even now, like our videos are not like up to Chris standards, so don't even watch them. But
They should
they,
the standard now.
if you go back to like the very
Oh
beginning
my
of our
gosh.
first couple YouTube tutorials, I mean, they were, I shouldn't say they're bad, but my phone's like this and we're trying to record and the music's too
Like my
loud.
pencil
or
video.
my,
Yeah.
I had
you
to
know.
4 parts because I didn't know how to stitch them
Right,
together.
like there's so many mistakes, and then to now, like looking back
They're
at
better.
that, and that was only a year ago, we're like, wow,
They're
okay, these are
professionals.
pretty good. Like,
But yeah, just keep on going. You could be consistent. Every little step forward is a step forward. So.
one thing I will say before we end is we are super grateful for all of you guys too, all the
Yeah.
companies that have supported us since day one, and
We've built some good relationships.
It's hard not to support you guys, and I'm sure everyone that supports you feels the same way. You guys are just nice. You are on the damn
we're just
ball.
super grateful. Like,
Yeah,
we
we're
don't,
At least one of you looks like you are a nice person.
thank you.
Jason, get your wife. Ew.
No, we're, you know, there's
nice,
people that
Every
are,
time I say Jerry's,
I was gonna say you guys have a lucky partnership because you're like besties, so you can kind of be like brutally honest to each other.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed
Yeah.
to have that.
that's true.
That's true.
You gotta
I
go
wouldn't. Dang. Oh, the look.
What are you not
We,
supposed to
I will
be?
say, like, Geri and I mesh so
Do I
well
have a resting
together.
bitch face?
Oh gosh. Oh
Do you want
gosh.
to tell me something about my face?
See, you did.
Cut.
Fight.
The most awkward sound.
Fight.
No, we work really well together, and I think that's hard. Like owning a business with somebody, it is really hard because you gotta get along, and then especially when money's involved too. Like you have to trust that person 100%, and I would not want to run this business with anybody else besides you. So
I think
You're my
yeah.
person.
I think we make a good couple.
Yeah.
Life partners. Partners in life.
for life.
Partners for life.
yes.
Partners for life, not life partners. We have our ups and downs. Like there's some days, some weeks that I'm not motivated to do anything, and Jess will like, get your ass up. You have stuff to record. You have stuff to post. Go do it right now. And there's some days that Jess is like, I got so much to do. I was like, go up, wash your ass, and get
true.
Like
recording.
this weekend, last night, she's like, "Do you want to go to the warehouse? Do we go to the warehouse? Do we go to the warehouse?" And
Yeah.
This morning, it's like, Jess, are you even gonna come here?
So
I had to wash my hair. Okay.
she had to wash her hair.
I used your shower.
Now, yeah. And your soap. And your
soap.
and your lotion. Put
Did
your
you
underwear
listen
on
to Jerry?
too.
Did you put Jerry on?
I didn't. Next time I will.
Next time.
Might
Should I have you sit on
maybe.
the toilet and just speak?
It would have been funny if Sarah
Yeah.
had like an autoplay thing
Yeah,
there.
thank you.
that's
Thank
just
you
like-
for the views.
Just
Thank
hit the
you.
Jerry button for the voice.
We have
yeah.
about how many? We need about about 1,000 more view hours. Can you just play me in the shower?
Well, you're gonna know how often I shower.
Go ahead and
Yes.
play Jerry in the shower too.
Please.
You're loud.
That's weird. It's just my hands.
We have a whole bunch of stuff to do today.
Okay, sorry.
We do.
If anyone would like to find you guys on social media, how do they go about it? Jerry, you can go.
Well, you can find us at Misfit Makers on Facebook, which is our free Facebook crafting community. And then you can find actually all the information about our Patreon and our website and everything Misfit Makers. And of course, we have our website is misfit-makers.com. We have all our tour spots, all our merch, everything.
Any upcoming things?
Any
on the
upcoming things, and you can
we'll
find us at
link
the
it to
Glitter
your-
Guy Facebook group all the time. We like to go live there,
Yes.
comment there, and Tumblr hacks too when we're not kicked out. But we like
We each
to
have our own
Currently now,
Instagram.
we're in.
yeah,
You can find us on Instagram at Misfit Makers Jerry
Jess.
and Misfit Makers Jess.
and on TikTok
and
on the
on
same.
TikTok.
So
And we'll link a few of these for them.
and our YouTube, go like our YouTube channel.
Play
and
play Jerry in the shower.
play me in the shower.
Let her know about it.
Let me
Drop a
know.
comment if you're watching in the shower.
Drop a comment if you like my soothing voice.
Can you give us an example?
Yes.
Act like you're. That's what you do.
Yeah. Isn't that the ace? You guys watch that on TikTok, right? Where they're like,
I don't watch anything on TikTok. We went over that.
do you
No,
watch?
don't
the-
watch that.
You don't want the ASMR people?
I assure you, when I
She
mean
does
say
like the
nothing, I mean
nails, and
nothing.
she'll be like,
She'll put shaving cream on the
"Did you see?
microphone.
Did you see the glitter people that do it too? They'll dump glitter on different things to make the ASMR noise, or the rhinestones. They'll drop the rhine. They have like thousands of people
No, but
watching.
I like the noises.
People playing with rhinestones. That noise. Anyway, you can find us on TikTok. What else?
Sorry, I had to.
Oh, is that it?
I think so.
Yeah. So
That's a wrap.
thank you.
Wait, no.
No,
you
no,
wrap it.
oh yeah. Let's get back to
When
work.
making tea, always bring
Thanks
the
for having us, though.
kettle
Thanks for
and
having
never
us.
bring the kettle to the pot.
Now, pour the tea.